Hi, in this video we will see how you can preview your app, your mobile app, directly on the computer in a very easy way. So to do that, as you see, I have opened NetBeans and I have the first project that we created in a previous video. If you don't know how we got there, please watch the video on creating your first mobile app. That takes you about 5 minutes. So we're here, and if you remember, if you double click on this file, which I do now, it will open another window where we see how we can build the app. Like we see the screen and we can add stuff on it. As soon as the window opens, I'm going to show you how you can preview the work you do there into a real phone on your screen, like the simulation of a phone. So should we wait, or is it gonna come? No, okay, it's coming. Okay, so as we always do, we double click on this little icon here because we want to see the main screen of our app. There is just one screen, but that's didn't. Yes, I did double click on it, and this is our app. So it's completely empty at the moment. But let's say that there is a title and a little text, a bit there. I double click, and let's say that this text, we want to make it much longer. So hey, where is the exclamation point? Hey, this is Clement, and I would like to know if this text fits the screen. I click on enter. So this is the text I've just written. And here it works well, right? But on a mobile phone, maybe the mobile phones are a bit smaller, and I just wonder how this text how it will appear on the phone. Maybe it will just be longer and it will be larger than the screen. Maybe it will appear on 2 lines. You know, how should I preview that? The good news is that it's so easy. There is a preview menu here. So follow the arrow of the mouse, and I click on this menu, and there is a button to simulate a device, to simulate a phone. So we just click on that. We have to wait a couple of seconds, but you see a new window that appears, and yes, there is a phone that appears. So the point of it is to show us how our app will look like on a real phone. So it's very convenient if you don't have that many phones with you. Here it looks like an iPhone, but if you click on the menu called Skins, you can look at how it would look like on an iPhone 5, for example. So I click, and wow, it's into a huge phone. But yes, I mean, that's an interesting information. We see that the long text I've written is actually too large for the screen, so I should adapt, you know, the way I write text. Maybe I should write more smaller bits of text, or maybe I should use something that would make the text appear on several lines, and that's what I would prefer, I think. But you see what you have to do by looking at here. Okay, close it now. And I mean, I could test other types of screen, but I let you play with that. Because now I'd like to show you a second way you can test how your app will look like. Why not just use the simulate device button? because when you simulate or when you preview an app on the screen, sometimes the preview doesn't work exactly as it should. So just to make sure that the app that you design will look like as you would like to, please use this, but also please use a second strategy that I'm going to show you now. So we are going to leave this window to come back to NetBeans. But before we leave this window, if we want this little change to be taken into account, we have to save our file. And you do that by clicking on File, Save. Not too hard. Okay, so the change we made to the app have been changed. So now we can go back to NetBeans. So I just clicked on the icon at the bottom. And we will preview our app, as I said, with a different way. And that's quite easy. You click on the title of your project, and then you do a control click on it. When you control click, so you type on the keyboard, you leave the control key pressed, and you click on the mouse while you have this control key pressed, and that opens the menu, this context, this menu. And in this menu, you just click on Run. This will launch a phone, a fake phone, where you will see your app. But as you see here, all the things that get written at the bottom of the screen, your app is actually packaged and built and prepared for real before it gets shown. So we get more or less actually the same result as we did before. Let's show an Android now. But in some cases, I just show you that because in some cases you see slight differences between the preview in the other window and the preview as we just do now. So which one should you trust? The one we do now, because it's as you've seen from the from all the information that has been written at the bottom of the panel. And in this version of the preview, you have your app is actually built as for real. So it's much more likely that what is going to show on screen is going to be close to the real version. Okay, so that's it for this video. In the next video, we will learn how to test your app on a real phone, where that's where you are really sure the app is as you want it to. Bye.